All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Waiting!
Watching you 5. I'm scared. Check 26. Check 26.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Kill.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you
trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
That's a takeaway.
They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away as they saw over the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check the back.
First carry for Darius Geis. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 6. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll run for it. Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis. His 14th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Mix the score, Redskins 7, Eagles 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
excellent focus.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
You got him.
Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10. Let's go. 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey. Check 52. Check 30. Let it go.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And an alley to run. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That one goes for 8 yards.
59. Mike 50. Topper. Oh. Kill.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington.
There we go.
That's a big play there.
That's a touchdown right there.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they make.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here we go. Back.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check 50.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
55's my guy.
Tyson.
Man, I got you. Man.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He wasn't ready.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Mike, check. 59. Stop your whining. Kill.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go. Now the Wolf. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber. Back to you.
Third down, here's Geis. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the 1st down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
You better bring.
Now Haskins on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Mike,
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
There we go.
It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Hey, I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
56. Check 56.
No gain on this defense.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Go, go. 120!
Watch 55. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Throwing his wins. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
There we go, Pac-Man.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
All day, all day.
Look at that!
Wentz now to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go,
So
here we go.
line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
Pick your game up. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Sunday, Sunday! Recon, 132 fighter!
Mike 55, Mike 55.
It's coming this way, coming this way.
Wentz gonna throw. The Sanders has got it complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 27-yard line.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Don't get nervous.
5-9, 5-9.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz.
Let's go.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
59.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath, but nowadays they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Slam.
On first down, it's Haskins. And it's caught. And he's brought down.
Come on, fellas.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. On the ground, Geis, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
They're on 19-yard line.
Go, go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
80 weapon.
Here we go.
Play action. Now Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
47-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Redskins 28, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got him.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Down. 18 Gator.
Check, 59. Hey, tight. Check 3.
H3. 218.
Haskins will throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Match box.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Haskins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Go. 180. Sunday.
Here we go. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time.
General
You
West.
know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Mike. Check 53's Mike. All right. Topper. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again.
Save. Whip.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go.
First down there on a pickup of 25.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen. They turned into a really nice play.
Alert 3.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brandon Graham just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And this is going to be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry.
Off.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Jordan Reed has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go,
Fourth down, no
Let's
problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Here's Haskins to throw. Into double coverage and attempt. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play.
Let's go.
Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
I'm trying to collect.
Wentz got to give to Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
Here we go,
The
here we go.
last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, D.
Wait, good.
Another run with Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I see you, boy.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Geis. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Easy work. It's easy work.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike the 59.
Same on.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Yeah, baby.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
53. 53.
Let's go. Try ball.
Let you play.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Bravo.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Jordan Reed. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Redskins 37, Eagles nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
Oh, yeah!
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 180.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Wentz.
I'm all over you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A loss of 8 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Out. 25, check 25, check 25. Big edge. Go. Big edge.
Ready, go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
You're going to want that feeling again, and who knows? You could meet up with this team again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And Jeffrey's got it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 39. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 51 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
SOS.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.